I'm trying to figure out right now if I think it would be a disrespectful thing to do or not, but I just don't feel like it would be. My buddy, you know Brent Thomas.
I haven't met him, but yes.
Oh, well, I think I met him. During Christmas, he got me a Kansas City Chiefs trash can. Just like a metal trash can.
Okay.
And him and his fucking girl are awesome, dude. They filled it up with a bunch of stuff. I was kind of pissed, though. I'm not going to lie. Because I'm with them at their parents' for celebrating Christmas. And then these motherfuckers are going to pop out. Like, the trash can's like this big. And then it was just, like, filled with shit.
Yeah.
Like, they got me a fucking football book. They got me, like, this fathead sticker thing. Oh, nice. A bunch of candy and treats. And just, like, we had this big-ass dinner. And, like, I got to hang out with their cool-ass parents. And I was kind of like, you guys are kind of fucking shitty, though, for not warning me that you're getting me something. I just show up here empty-handed. Because I'm already showing up with no food to contribute and no alcohol to contribute. Because their parents are kind of like, they're like, oh, nah, we got shit that you can drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're hosting a party right now. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, if you want to host a party, so you're like, don't bring any food, we got it covered. Don't bring any alcohol, we got it covered. Trust me, I won't. But motherfucker, if I would have known somebody was buying me a gift, I would have bought him a gift. Even if I didn't buy as much, I still would have got something like that was like pretty cool and nice. Like, I definitely am at a position where I could have spent like $20, $25 on a fucking pretty nice gift for you. Like, I don't... Fuckers. Fuck you guys for that, dude. Now, next Christmas, dude, I'm just showing up with gifts. I'm just going to be like, yeah, shut up with gifts. And I'm going to throw them at them, dude.
Dude, my grandparents used to send so many gifts that we would have it at, like, a separate day for, like, their gift giving. Like, their gift opening was like, oh, Grandma and Grandpa Mac mailed, like, fucking... 5 to 7 boxes worth of gifts. It was just like, damn. All right. Yeah, it was wild, dude. And they would always get shit. Dude? I mean, not even, dude. It like...
No, what did they do?
Oh, what they do? At that time, they owned a business. It was like kids' toys and shit like that. It was called McAllister's. Really original.
Wasn't a farm?
It wasn't a farm.
Okay, just making sure.
It might as well have been a farm. It was a city farm. Really.
Oh, okay.
They had he grew up with foster kids. They like raised foster kids. They called it like McAllister Work Farm. And they would have like 10, 12 kids on their property at a time, just like doing shit on the They just had like slave labor, basically.
Damn. No, I think that slave labor shit, though, when you're a kid, is important.
Yeah, I do think it is. Actual
when people fucking talk shit, who was it? I'm not even going to call him out by his Facebook name because he is a pretty cool guy, but we did have an argument here one day, and I thought his side of the argument was so stupid. I don't exactly... Oh, it was... Hey, that's perfect, actually. It's a perfect segue into the whole conversation of tipping. Because I had made the mention, like, somebody was like...
Something you don't do.
I fucking tipped like a motherfucker. We just talked about it last episode. We were drunk and tipped those, like, 2 waitresses. Actually, I think it was, like, 3 girls serving our table, so it was really pretty good. But $95. We left.
Yeah.
And I did wake up the next day, like, why the fuck did we put together that much money for a tip? But fuck it. Because, like, that was probably 85% of the bill. But somebody made, like, or shared a post... about like, oh, don't ever leave. Somebody left like an $8 tip on a $130 bill. Don't ever do this. You're a piece of shit. Blah, 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 blah. So, that shit annoys the fuck out of me. So I share the post and I'm like, get a new fucking job. Stop being an adult, okay? As adults, we make decisions. So stop making the decision to accept an $8 an hour fucking wage so that I have to go and pay you extra for a service. You know what I'm saying? There's no law against it. People don't get arrested. They don't get banned from places like, this guy doesn't tip, we're banning him. They don't do that, do they?
Sometimes
no.
they do.
Well, some places they might, but that's going to be like more ma and pa style.
Sure.
Like those people who have 2020 came back next year, they might be fucked, pal.
Yeah.
So
I have seen that happen, though, I will say.
Exactly.
Like someone getting kicked out for that.
So, for the most part, though, it doesn't happen. There's not laws against it, all that shit. And so people think, oh, I'm in the piece of shit mindset. I think they're in the fucking lazy mindset. Go get a different job. You have a job that's meant for high schoolers, college students, and fucking old people prepping for retirement. I'm not kidding. I'm serious.
No, you're entirely right. Yeah.
Like, and it's not an insult. Like, I'm not saying, because I would do like server work too. You know, I'm not trying to insult people by saying like, oh, you need to grow. I'm saying you need to grow the fuck up if you're gonna bitch.
I agree.
You put yourself in this situation. Do you not have the skills to get a higher paying job? If you don't, that's okay. I don't know if I have skills to get me a better position than what I'm at right now.
It is hard out
there. But
I'm
working on building those skills. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on doing things to make me more and more money. And if I have to make that necessary change, like, I can always go work in a fucking factory and work my fucking balls off 10 hours a day, 5 days a week to make $25 to $30 an hour. I could go and do that, but I choose not to.
That's the beauty of capitalism.
Yeah, people all the time when I'm bartending, dude, they'll be like, oh, I don't have any cash on me. And I'm like, don't even worry about it. They're like, but I want to tip you. I'm like, go have fun. Doesn't matter. Like, why? Because I didn't accept the job that paid me a shit wage. My job on my hourly wage pays me well. Without tips, if I'm working my 40 hours a week, I'm fine.
Yeah.
As long as nothing extreme happens, like my fucking car, just the whole engine block falls out and I can't even fix it. I might be a little fucked in that situation right now. But this motherfucker came at me, dude. Sorry, that was a long spiel. But this motherfucker came at me and he's like, oh, yeah, and said something about, like, child labor and child labor laws. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, sorry, for what exactly?
He's basically saying that kids shouldn't be working was his thing, and he's like, that's why they made the moves to make child labor laws, and like how 16-year-olds can only work a certain amount of time and shit like that.
Oh, okay, I see.
I understand not forcing a 16-year-old to work 40 hours a week, but the idea of a fucking kid that's 16, 15, 17, right in that age range, getting a job is a good idea. Or at least doing something that's filling up their time slot consistently. Because I'm like, that's what you learn to do, dude. You learn to work. A lot of times in high school, I didn't have a job or didn't work because I was in wrestling season or soccer season. So, like, I'm still working. You feel me?
Yeah, I guess the best answer is, like, it's a case-by-case scenario. As to, like, if you're having, like, the 12-year-old from across the street mow your lawn, like, that's technically child labor, right? But, like, but if you're paying them, if they're getting a good experience from them, if they're not complaining about it, like, I'm not going to say that's bad. I
just don't like the idea of their kids all play, no work.
Yeah, I don't like there's a certain age where I think you can do a part-time job like that, yeah. And
I'm not even just talking like jobs though, but like I'm talking probably like once every other month, you know, because we had like 6 kids in the house for the most part growing up. They'd be like, okay, it's Saturday, you know, you guys don't have school, we're having a cleaning day. And so all day into the afternoon, we would deep clean the house, move shit around. We'd have to go mow the lawn, and me and Curtis would have to like move heavy shit and stuff like that. And we basically worked like a 9-10 hour shift as fucking kids those days. But it wasn't anything like extremely grueling. It kept us away from the phones. It kept us away from the video games. And we had to like, you know what I'm saying? We had to use our hands. We had to use our brains. We had to think about the things that we were doing. And I'm like, if you take that away, what's going to be left in the future? Long term, where can that idea bring us? Because I think it just brings us to a point where people continue to get more and more zombified. They sit in front of their computer or TV or whatever all fucking day long. I do it a lot. I will sit in front of the TV and game for 4 to 5 hours after my 10-hour work shift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the problem, is everybody's guilty of it. Everybody wants it to like be less a part of their life. But it's hard. I mean, like, especially like, you know, what I do, or what, you know, anybody that has any level of business or whatever in this media landscape, like you're gonna be on the internet. You're like, and things are gonna distract you. Things are gonna bring you to whatever, you know. It's
you can also use the internet as a tool to work though too.
No, yeah, but as a whole, it's a monolith because it's yes, it is a tool, but you know, tools can be used for good or bad purposes.
Exactly.
Right? You know,
that's what I'm saying.
Not even good or bad, like productive or non-productive.
Because some people's job is sitting in front of a screen 10 hours a day and shit like that, and that shit. The brain power, people don't. Oh man, that pisses me off too. People don't give them enough credit. Like the brain power it takes to like sit there and edit a video and even just make like a 60-second clip of something. Like the promo video I have out for Pound Game Pound Game Addison March 1st at your private bar. But that took me like an hour to like actually get it done up right. And my head was like, God, dude. Like I had to set my phone down, like, get away from me.
Yeah. It's hard to focus, man. Yeah, and AI is about to take that shit over in like a matter of years like that.
Yeah, I need
like
to learn to use AI for like that shit for real.
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
I mean, it's always gonna need a human touch though, I think. Like an actual human touch. No, I think that you could make a perfectly fine video, right? But to like, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be very hard to do like all the editing that would go into a music video and have AI do it for you perfectly.
Not yet, but I mean, for how fast it's already advanced, dude, there was this thing the Legion of Skanks. I don't know if I talked about this with you already. Mm-hmm. There was a thing the Legion of Skanks did where they put their interviews and comedy sets into AI, and like AI spit out jokes for them, and they were fucking hilarious. They were like spot
but spitting out jokes.
Like, I mean, it's like not perfect.
All the little details of like transition from clip to clip.
I understand
and like the cool spins or piece togethers or followays that happen.
I don't see it taking that much more for the AI to learn that. The AI has already gotten this fast.
I'm saying though.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just
saying like you could make a perfectly fine video, but I'm saying like you're always gonna want a human audit. You're always going to want to look through and be like, oh, hey, let's fix this or add this. Like, I think there's going to be always those little niches and pieces. I mean, to get it absolutely timed up perfectly, exactly the way you want it, like the way you're picturing it in your head is basically what I'm thinking of. Like, the video's fine. It could be posted straight off the AI.
Yeah.
But most likely.
I agree. And, you know, I think people look at the AI stuff in media as like a big negative. I don't view it that way. I think like if you're someone who's like a creative and you really want to create something that's like a big scope type of thing, it's easier now than ever to be able to do that.
Maybe these are the types of shits they had to build the pyramids. Has anybody asked AI how they would build the pyramids?
Like we don't condone slavery here.
What if AI said that? What if AI was like, get like the J's,
the racism?
Yeah, they're like, get the J's, put them all together, make them build them. That'd be fun.
Take them from the tunnels. So make them rebuild the pyramids.
I still don't get that whole tunnel thing.
They kind of it just happened, and then nobody really talked about it anymore. Very Jewy, you know what I mean? Very Jewy thing to way to go about that.
All I remember is fucking just seeing a thing about the tunnels, and they're like, these are the tunnels, and then there was like no further reports what they were doing in the tunnels, why they had the tunnels. I mean, people seemed very upset about it. And you know, on a lot of situations, I have leaned the opposite direction on what their group typically does. But, I just didn't see where the issue was, though. I was like, okay, so a bunch of Jews made tunnels under streets in New York. I'm like, I just am confused.
It was for Jeff Epstein. It was to take the girls to him.
Yeah, like people did say like, I don't know, they said the thing of like a baby stroller and shit down there, and I saw that.
Oh fuck Fuck, I didn't see that.
And it's just like, I don't know though. I don't know. I just like I haven't spent a lot of time in New York, dude. I'm like, New York,
never have.
Bunch of Jews in New York. Yeah, okay. Bunch of Jewish people out there. I'm like, all right. New York Jews just seems like. Now Israel, that's a different story. I should say Zionists when I'm talking about Israel. But they definitely move in different fashion. To a fairly high degree, I'd say. Like people in New York compared to their people in Israel.
You know, when Zionism started, Jews were actually the biggest, largest group that was, majority. I mean, not that, but the majority of Jews were actually against Zionism. Like, it was not a very popular idea when it started.
Well, they had a march. Check.
Yeah.
They had a march in New York. And there was like, or at least I saw a headline for it. So I guess I didn't really read the details. So maybe it was just fake. But there's like some Jewish Hebrew guys marching with some Palestinians in New York. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they were like, we don't agree with what's going on in Palestine. Basically preaching peace and love. Like, we have to understand that we've taken land from them. We have to find a way to coincide together. And I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. You know, seems pretty right. Over there, it's a little bit different though. They're like, fuck that shit. But I mean, it's just like a big, large gang war. You know, like you talk to the black community, and when you talk to people a part of it, and you're like, okay, so all this gang violence still continues to happen, and there's these like mini wars going on, and we know for the most part like things that got us here. Like how our community got here. And now we're just like so focused on the problem and not actually building solutions. But then when you get down to the nitty gritty and you're actually on the streets with it, they don't even see it that way. Because they saw it firsthand, real life. So they're like, there's too much bad blood now. Like the stories have already been written so deep that we have to just keep going until it ends. And so that's basically what it's like over there, is how I look at it. I don't think those two can ever stop fighting.
Do you think there's an end, or do you think it just is a continuous thing that happens?
You know, I've been watching a lot of Ancient Aliens lately.
That's the best way you can start any retort, I think.
And I don't know, there's just that huge gap in time that we can't really explain, you know? We find these things that we believe are super old, or maybe scientists are just wrong and they're really not that old. But we find all these great things and we try to figure out how they were made, and think maybe in this past life, I mean, you know, maybe we're going through a cycle that's kind of happened before, is basically, and it's just happening differently, you know?
That's a fair guesstimation. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, now the Ancient Aliens thing wasn't so bad, huh? Yeah, right? Yeah. You thought I was going to say something crazy. Ancient Aliens is pretty spot on, though. I mean, some of the guys like have some like, I'm not saying spot on like they're correct about everything. So I should have said more like, I don't know, they're chill. They don't like, not all of them are like bouncing off the wall super crazy ideas, you know?
So I didn't watch Ancient Aliens like a ton, but from what I remember, Ancient Aliens is like, here's a bunch of facts, and then we'll like have the craziest fucking possible explanations attached to them. They'd be like,
well, they always put it in question form though. They're like, could this have been possible?
It's so ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
I don't even.
You're gonna have to watch back and name one then, because I'm like 5 episodes in. I don't have an
example.
I'm like 5 episodes in, and I haven't heard anything that's like that ridiculous. They're like, could this have been like, could aliens maybe have come to Earth and given us some type of, you know? There's
Give it a couple seasons. It's like, did Jesus appear with a milkshake and then fly up to it? Like, I don't even fucking remember, but it's like that level of ridiculous where you're like, oh my god, dude, like, why are you even?
I mean, I don't know. You gotta have the questions have to start somewhere. If you never start, so what would your assumption be that happened? Because I know they didn't say Jesus came here with a milkshake.
I don't get that. What? okay, are you asking what my opinion on aliens in general is?
What's your opinion on? Okay, yeah, aliens in general. We'll start with that.
Do they exist? Yes, probably. Do I think it's possible that they've reached Earth? I think it's highly unlikely. It's possible, but highly unlikely.
You just think we're the smartest motherfuckers out.
No, I don't think that. I just think it's not likely that we've interacted, or not even that we've interacted, but that other species or aliens have interacted with us because of how.
How do you think the pyramids were built?
By people.
By people, but how?
Like they had engineering and they figured it out.
Yeah.
And like we probably haven't found we probably just didn't find the instructions or whatever. I don't know.
Instructions.
how they told people they were like, hey.
I just love it, like, because when I think instructions, I think like step 1, step 2. You know.
They had a fucking like
blueprint.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like there's like a certain type of like crystals and shit that can be found underneath the pyramids, and they say
I don't know anything about
that. They
that.
say that they've been able to prove that water used to run underneath this, and there's like a system that goes down to where the water would have ran underneath the pyramids in Egypt. And if correct, with that water and with that crystal and then vibration, which they had like some type of mechanism in there to help cause vibration, they think that the pyramid was either like something like a beacon, something to generate power, because those together would generate power. I'm not the fucking scientist, so I don't remember all the words. Plus, when I'm watching Ancient Aliens, I'm also playing this game on my phone. And then when I get on, my game on the Xbox and I switch over, I put YouTube on my phone.
So definitely don't take Lolo's word for it.
I'm just saying, like, you can't shut down that possibility.
No, that's sure.
The thing that's crazy is those stones.
A theory's a theory.
Are so big and they weigh so much. But also you have to think.
They had slaves.
How much could be accomplished if we were just like, if you just took everybody in Des Moines city limits, you took every person that's 18 up to 50, right? Just that gap. And you had them hone in and focus on one task. No technology, just hands, using stones and sticks for their tools and shit. How long do you think it would take that, 300,000 people or something close to there to actually, like, figure out, like, how to build a house? Or a structure that you could live in. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, with our knowledge already now, we'd figure it out quick, right? Well, so then I'm saying, like, if we're all working 10-hour days, barehanded on fucking carving these stones, how many stones can we actually get done in a month? Human beings have proven to be fucking pretty spectacular at building a lot of fucking things,
Yeah. So let me ask, you don't think that's innate? You think that was taught to us by another being? Because I think that's where I disagree, because I think like we
I don't
just
necessarily think
these
things were taught to us. I think, I don't know, the studies of vibration and what vibration can do to things and how it can help with things, and if you can set up like different levels of vibration at the right plane, then you can actually make something levitate with the right amount of vibration. And that's a big thing that they've talked about too. And they just spitting out ideas. They're talking about like things that they know, and then they put in the ideas with them. Like, these are what a lot of people think happen.
You're going back to the show now. Or
well,
what?
Yeah, kind of. Like, that's what they've talked about a lot just in the show.
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
That's where I'm getting my information for the most part right now. I haven't finished it, and then I can go back and do extra dives.
Can I make a suggestion? I would seek other sources.
Well, these are just
I would not
ideas.
use it as your only...
Well, no, the vibration thing is real, though.
Yeah,
but they talk about it in the show. So you can actually make things levitate with vibration. And then they talk about that in the show. About how, like, this is something that's believed. Like, did they learn how to use vibration? Obviously, they always attach it to aliens, though. So maybe those people were just fucking genius. Maybe without the internet and all these electronics to distract us, they just became super intelligent.
They have to suck us up in the ship somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about the people that were here.
Yeah.
Not aliens.
Sorry. I jump around, I guess. That's how I do it.
I don't know if I think aliens are real, though. I don't really care. Unless they want to come and fuck around, and then I'm going to care.
What would you do upon meeting an alien?
I don't know.
Like,
That's a super broad question. What the fuck does it look like? What is it?
Okay, let me paint a scenario. You're on your porch, smoking a blunt, drinking your coffee. You look up, and you see a spaceship above you, and a little fucking portal comes out, and a little light shines down. What do you do?
I go inside and grab my gun. The biggest one I got. And I grab Bo.
Yeah. And this is the problem with aliens coming down on Earth and doing this, is because they're getting shot immediately.
I didn't say I'd shoot.
Well, we're...
Well, technically, if I'm standing outside of my front porch, there's most likely I already have my gun on me. So, probably already have it there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Brent called you. Saw that.
Didn't say anything.
Poor Brent.
But, yeah, so I'd definitely make sure I had that motherfucker out and was ready, but then I'd probably be watching. And then what? What does the alien look like?
Take the stereotypical, he's like 4 foot, green, bulgy head, has the eyes. Maybe not even that. Maybe it's like a blob. Maybe they're black.
God damn it.
Then you're shooting for sure. Then you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, if it's like aliens from like the movie Aliens, even if they were small, that motherfucker getting shot at right away, dude.
Yeah.
I'm running, going back inside. Nah.
Those are good movies.
I don't fucking know what I'd do. Probably be in awe. And then what is he going to do? I'm going to try to figure out what he's going to do. But if he just comes down out of a spaceship and lands out in front of my house, I'm going to expect he's probably just a pretty nice guy. Or girl. Whatever they might identify as.
Until they evaporate your dog. Like Bo just... I saw War of the Worlds the other day. Have you seen that one? The newer one, Tom Cruise. Fucking good movie.
Newer? Like, there's an older one?
Well, compared to like the one they did in the 60s or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know they did one in the 60s.
It's okay.
The one with Tom Cruise, yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's good. I can't believe Steven Spielberg did that.
That's what I was watching this shit last night, and they were like arguing about Tom Cruise, and that's how they got on their favorite movies and actors and shit like that.
Whether
and
he was on Epstein's Island.
Some of these guys were saying that Tom Cruise was number one. Like
damn,
their favorite actor, best actor.
Wow, nah.
Yeah, and had the best movies.
He's in some very good movies, and he does very good roles, but the best...
I feel like Tom Cruise is almost always still Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that man's insane. On multiple levels.
Who else, or who's your favorite actor then?
My all-time favorite actor is Jack Nicholson. I think he's like the pure embodiment of like insanity and rage and like all those emotions. Like he just, I don't know. He's just Molly, a great actor. Dude. Where's Molly so she can rip me apart?
I just watched that clip earlier today.
The Shining.
Yeah. Jesus. Nobody mentioned him out of like the 6 people that were talking in the video I watched. Nobody mentioned him. I just thought I wanted to let you know that.
Wait, mention who? What?
Jack Nicholson, when they were talking about best actor ever.
Oh. Yeah, well, fuck them.
Honestly,
he's amazing.
I think it's hard for me because I'm not really a movie guy. I've never been a movie guy as much as I've been a show guy. Or at least not since like Netflix came into my life. Love you, baby. But I really think honestly, probably Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio, though, has been in a lot of movies that I don't really care. Like, people are like, oh, you don't think Titanic was a good movie? And I'm like, I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't my vibe. I can respect the art of it and, like, yeah. But his role, he did.
Yeah.
Spot on, dude.
I think that one's...
He never misses.
It's a little overrated, but I think a fantastic film overall.
I'm not gonna fucking sit down and watch it. Like I have the creative mindset to be like, yes, I think this is a good film.
It's a little long,
but there's no fucking way you're gonna catch me sitting down to watch that fucking shit. But yeah, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's great.
I mean, a lot of movies that I've seen him in, that he's a good actor. He drags you in. I want somebody who drags me in. I think Leo, though, he kind of drags you in too, but I don't know. I like those movies that are like how it was when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And you didn't really know everything and you didn't think about everything and you watched those movies and you were like, whoa. You know? That's what I like to feel like. And honestly, I think best movie I've ever seen, at least in like terms of like that feeling, especially in my adult life, was The Dark Knight.
Great movie.
When I saw The Dark Knight, I was like clapping hands at the end, like, holy shit.
All-time best superhero movie.
I'm not going to like sit back here and just say like, for me, it's the best, I think.
Yes.
There might 100%. Be something else someday, but oh, dude, such a top tier fucking movie. And fucking, goddamn though.
Well, the thing that people don't really think about or recognize is like, the Batman franchise, in terms of the movies, were awful before Batman Begins. Like, they had fucking George Clooney in a fucking tight suit where he had literal ass cheeks on his suit, and he was like running around fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger and not Charlize Theron. Who's the fucking Uma Thurman?
Like, I don't fucking know so many of these actors' names.
But then Christopher Nolan came in and made like completely re-innovated like the franchise, like made this like really intricate its own thing, but it still like paid a lot of homage to the original shit. Like, hell yeah, man, Batman's the best, in my opinion.
Homeboy made that movie. I think he's like, why can I not think of his fucking name?
Christopher Nolan.
Nah.
The guy who directed it?
Nah.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Nah, that's Batman.
Who are you talking about?
Heath Ledger? Joker.
Oh, Heath Ledger. Yeah.
See, he's got Heath Ledger, though. Growing up, my first stepdad used to fucking watch movies, a lot of movies with him in it. And what's that one where they, like, joust?
Knight's Tale?
Something like that, dude. Fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen it in a while. I don't know if I ever did see it. That shit, I remember when that shit happened when he died.
I got mad about that movie when I was a kid.
The Knight's Tale movie?
Yeah, and then I watched it again like 6 years later when I actually understood it, and I was like, holy fucking shit, this is so funny. Because I think there was like 2 times where I saw a grown man's butt, and I was a kid watching it with my stepdad, and I wasn't happy that I saw some dude's butt. I was not happy. I was like, what are you watching, dude? I'm like, we're not watching this. But I couldn't take in the funny, though. I didn't understand the jokes. So I just saw the things happening. I was big on, like, just visual shit. Like, Black Hawk Down. I've seen Black Hawk Down so many times.
I never finished it.
You never finished it? Fire movie, dog.
It's pretty good.
Dude, movie's fucking fire. When I first moved into my own place and I didn't have any Wi-Fi, I still had an Xbox 360. This is before the Xbox One even came out. And I had like 3 movies. And I pretty much just watched that every night and fell asleep to it. Am I crazy, dog? Am I a psychopath? Fuck.
Maybe, man.
I just really thought it was a good movie. I really, really did. Hey, bro, you know what? Let me chill out, man. Do you have something to say? Because it's just like, I just keep hitting like perfect segue into the next comment or topic on my fucking list. God damn it.
What, RFK?
No, but that is hilarious, dude. When I saw that, I was like, because there's two things about that video. First of all, white girl, blonde hair, big booty, you gotta love them, right? They're number one. They take the cake every time. So he's like, wow, with the heart faces. I didn't really like that because he is simping. But I was like, okay, I see you, big dog. And then when it switches over to his profile, that second video in, you see him, and I'm like, he's jacked.
Dude, he really is.
He's a fucking buff old man. I was like, all right.
He's built. Yeah.
So that he got steroid voice.
You know, it's way better than it used to be. He's like gotten coaching and like all this other shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember what.
He had to have been juiced up.
You think he's juiced?
No, not now.
No, but he had to be back in the day. No, well, he was a druggie.
You can tell for the most part with most people whether they're juiced or natty.
Mm. Yeah, he seems pretty natural.
Women, I think, is hard to tell with sometimes though. Like the GOAT of women in terms of bodybuilding, like the greatest of all time is Dana Lynn Bailey. And she swears to God that she's never taken steroids. She's pretty fucking yoked. But, I mean, like, she got a homegirl with her that she lives with, and she's fucking tremendously big. You know she took some roids. But I wonder, because she was just on a podcast saying that on Bradley Martin's. And she was like, no. She's like, you wish I've taken steroids. She's like, I've never done it because I know what it does to women. I think she probably cycled before and got off it pretty quick. She probably like started it off and was like, I don't like where this is taking me, so I need to get rid of this.
She grew a beard and she was like, okay, this is too much.
She don't grow no beard. You can tell her shit. Well, maybe, I guess. Maybe she just wears a lot of fucking makeup. She's kind of a good looking lady though. I don't find her hot. She's real jacked. You know, I mean, she's Miss Olympia type shit. You know, so
yeah, I'm not into that shit.
Yeah, I can't do that. I like a girl that lifts and shit, but nah, that chick. If we met her in person, she's probably like you can fucking tell, dude. Yeah.
You think their T levels are a little off, or they just got some?
Well, I think any lady that's that muscular works out that often and trains her diet in the way she does is probably, in comparison to other women, pretty loaded on testosterone. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think so.
She might have more testosterone than us, so we probably can't talk shit.
Dude, I do wonder. I was listening to Dr. Drew the other fucking day on a podcast. He was like, yeah, my shit got so much better when I started taking testosterone. I'm like I was like looking for like 10 years, and then finally somebody said, like, your T level is kind of low. What if you just like sometimes I'm just like, is that the fucking, do I need to start like taking testosterone, trying to get like fucking buffed over here, starting every podcast like on the handlebars, just
yeah. I mean,
I think that's what I need to be doing.
If we took a boost in testosterone, well, a lot of the things that I think it's a fucking FDA thing. I think they put a lot of things in in the media and shit.
I'm sure.
They try to push a lot of things on the men and women to lower their estrogen, lower their testosterone. And yeah, people think it's a conspiracy theory a lot because they're trying to switch the gender roles. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if I reduce your estrogen levels and I reduce our testosterone levels, then we're not performing at the level that we need to perform at. But maybe we just need to get our fat asses in the gym.
That's true.
You better sign up, dude. Gym opens in like 2 weeks.
Oh, damn. I have been thinking about the gym, actually. But
we're going to have to start working out together.
Yeah, that would be a sad sight.
I'm
at yoga right now.
Just fucking get jacked, dude. We start taking trend, and next thing you know, we're on the podcast like, this is what we're hitting today.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
You ready to get buffed? You ready to work out?
You didn't work out today? I can't respect you.
Don't skip leg day.
For real, though, don't skip leg day, though. If you're going to work out, please, dear God, don't skip leg day.
Only leg day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how some of these guys live just going to the gym all the time and then just getting this jacked upper body and having little ass legs. And they'll be like, well, I train my legs. And it's like, well, you clearly don't train them enough. Like, take a break, dude. You don't need to hit chest every other day.
Yeah.
We at?
40.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sweet. We got time. So.
Yeah, you had something you wanted
to. I was talking about Black Hawk Down and that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I have a belief,
Okay.
I have a belief that the biggest problem facing our country today, I honestly think this is, well, outside of the government, I think that people lost a big sense of our nationality. Like, people don't love the United States like they used to. And we got a lot of fair reasons to talk shit. But I just don't think that people are as prideful as what we used to be in being American. And I think it's important because if you take away like the government, you don't think about the shitty things that they might intentionally do, and you just think about real people in the United States and like the ideals for the most part that this country was built off of, then you're like, yeah, we're definitely number one. Sorry, dog. We're number one. Like, we're some cool motherfuckers, dude. We get to do cool shit. Oh, you can't say that? There's places you can't draw a picture of their god or they will legally kill you. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Pretty much anything I want to do, I can do it.
I feel like that's gotten, like, I don't know if this country is as free as people paint it to be, like, especially after COVID. I think COVID kind of taught us that we are
when you're chalking it up. Okay, well, chalk it up to the next guy.
What do you mean?
Who's free?
Oh, nobody.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point that I'm making. So we're
compared to everybody. Yeah, sure.
We got it pretty good. We do need to do some fixing. So that's why I'm saying don't think about the government and the things that they do. Like, just think about like what we're doing here, what we're able to do, and then like the type of people that most of us are. Number one, dude. But I think the best way to fix this issue is that every biological male at the age of 18 has to serve 3 years in the Guard.
Oh, fuck. Go fuck off. That's awful.
No.
Nobody should be forced to be in the Army. Yeah. You know who does that?
Not necessarily
Israel.
the Army. Not necessarily the Army.
He said the Guard.
The Guard. There's an Air National Guard too. So you could we can make a couple new sub-branches. So you could still go Navy. You could still go Marines. You could still go Army. You could still go, well, National Guard is Army.
Okay.
And you can still go Air Force.
The military.
Yes.
I'm totally against the idea of the draft or requiring.
I didn't say anything about a draft.
Well, not about a draft, but it is a form of a draft because you're requiring the citizens.
I should also say this part.
To do 3 years.
I still don't believe. Now, you'd have to do this at 18. You'd have to do. I think 3 years would probably be the best to do, but I don't think that you should be allowed to be deployed overseas until after you're 21. So, when you're 21, if you decide not to re-enlist, you're fine. You can just not re-enlist. You helped your country. Because most of what the National Guard does, for the most part, they go places like California after flooding, Florida after a hurricane. It forces you into a situation where you have to leave home. You have to get physically fit. You meet people of different religions, different standards, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like hardens you up a little bit. You're going to have to do things different. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. Because that's the important part about men needing that training, is because if it comes to a time where we have to do something that we don't want to do, but it needs to get done, it's like we got to go do it. So we probably be best if we're fucking prepared for that. And the military is a lot more lenient today than what it used to be. Like, people take fucking videos and shit on their phones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know if it would. I don't know if that would stay the same. If we started requiring everybody to like be a part of the military, regardless if it's in or out of the U.S.
Like, I didn't say everybody though. Biological males. at the age of 18.
That's even worse.
Women can go if they want to, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think it makes any logical sense. If we have a war where we have to send people out, like if we're attacked on American soil, most men are going to go first. There's going to be plenty of women that show up and they're going to be like, I want to fight. There's going to be a lot of women that are going to be like, I don't want to have to go do that. And it's just like World War II is the perfect example. Who ran the fucking steel factories while most of all our men were overseas? Women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They held it down. They took care of us when we got hurt. They built the fucking weapons for us. They built the ammunition. And they took care of the fucking kids.
Yeah. I do wonder if we really need that amount of people in the military this day and age, though. I mean, practically speaking,
it's
like
the
just
point of, though, getting you trained. You also get free college after this would be the idea. Free community college.
Yeah.
But everybody serving their time, dude, I would have loved that. I wish that I would have had to go through that 100%. It would have put my mindset in a whole different place, dude. A whole different place.
Well, if I had been that way, it would have made my father very proud. But instead,
there you go. Maybe give you a bunch of money or something.
He wanted me to be in the military, and then he wanted me to be a priest. I was like, nah, to either of those.
Like, okay.
I didn't want to fuck boys. I'm not up for that. You gotta let one suck your dick.
That fucking
so we know you're cool, man.
Too fucking. I saw this video like a year ago, probably, of these like Marines. Somebody was doing some type of fucking gay ass shit. I was like, whoa, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was like we were laughing our ass off. I think Blythe tagged me in it. No, I 100% think so, though. I think it would be a huge benefit. Huge benefit. Send these boys all around the country. You get to see the country. You get to go and do beneficial things. You know what I'm saying? You get to go and build levees, and you get to go and sandbag. And you're also going to get taught about grenades. You're going to get taught about firearms, how to actually like respect a firearm, carry a firearm correctly, fire a firearm correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously that could build a danger within itself too. But I think to have
I disagree.
Predominantly most your people. No, it would have like you're not everything's gonna be perfect if you just teach everybody about guns. Is what I'm saying. So
not perfect, but I think it would be a way better. I think people would be more civilized if everybody knew about guns.
And that's part of like this idea, not joining that. It's just joining the Guard. I don't think that anybody should be forced to like join, especially at 18. Like, hey, you joining the army, pack up, you're going to Afghanistan. It's like, whoa, dude, that's fucking crazy. But to at least train them, let them put this work in. You get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? If you decide to go to a community college, you get free community college. You go to a private school, you'll get a huge fucking discount because you served your time and you did your thing. If we need you to go to war and you accept, you're already trained. You remember this shit. Okay, you're 25 now, something happened, you're like, all right, I'm signing up, let's go do it. But you've been sitting back because you didn't re-enlist. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, I think it could be huge game changer. Huge game changer.
I hate the idea of making anybody join the military.
I don't hate the idea of making anybody join the Guard at all.
No, I'm against it. Fuck that. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think like making people, because here's the thing: when you force somebody to be part of the state, part of this thing, they are subject to anything that they want done, anything they want carried out done.
I mean, they can leave the country. It won't be easy, but we could make it easy.
They make it extremely difficult to leave the country.
Yeah, I said we could make it easy.
But they're not going to make it easy. They're going to do everything they can to keep everybody here.
I know they're
keep
not.
Them fighting.
No shit. Our government now. What the fuck?
Can't handle it.
I gotta get it in now because I gotta get up at 3:45 in the morning. So I'm like, what I'm gonna do is drink a 6-pack, And then when I do get woozy at like 9:30 at night, I'm just gonna let myself fall asleep.
There you go.
After I set an alarm. I woke up at 1:52 today.
God damn, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me that.
Yeah, I text my landlord right when I woke up. I was like, yo, I'm up. Dude, these last few days have been a fucking shit show in my head, bro. I've been like trying to meet up with my landlord to pay him for rent. And then I was just like I was rushing, like I was late. I just paid it 3 days early. I was just like, ah, shit, I'm dumb as fuck, dude. Fuck. But whatever. I got it. She done.
There you go, man. Fuck yeah.
I don't know why I burped your way and not this way, but
Yeah, so fucking rude, man. Whose fucking shit is this? Whose microphone are you talking into right now? Motherfucker? Blood!
wipes my ass with the microphone. All right, though, I have a very important thing that we have to talk about, though, and I know we're coming up on the end of this, so we should mention it.
Hell yeah.
I fucked up.
You fucked up.
Oh, Coleman, I fucked up so bad.
How bad? How bad did you fuck up, LoLo Savage?
If I don't do the thing that I mentioned, I won't be a man of my word. But if I do the thing that I mentioned, my life will never be the same.
What the fuck are you I don't know what you're talking about, man. I missed out.
So this year, I was riding very heavy on, I think the NFL is rigged. All right? I was like, this shit's rigged. And I was like, we're not going to the Super Bowl as a Kansas City fan. I was like, we're not going. Not because I didn't believe we could do it, you know? But because I really thought the Ravens are going to go. Like, it's going to be the Ravens and the Niners. It looked like it for weeks and weeks, you know? I was probably intoxicated when I said it. Somebody decided to keep the receipt, and that's really what fucked me over. But I said, if the Kansas City Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, I'll let a fat chick put her finger in my butt.
And you let it happen.
I haven't. No.
Not yet.
I haven't asked anybody.
Oh,
I've still
you're not
been.
man, your word.
Because everybody keeps bringing it up and coming at me. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? How can your guys in the league trust you when you make a bet?
You go on your word?
That's what I'm saying. But we didn't. The bonus is if I go that route, which I can't. But if I decided to, there's no time limit on it though either. Nobody said like, oh, I just said if we go to the Super Bowl, those fat chicks stick a finger in my butt. I didn't say like I'll let her do it within the next 10 years. Loopholes. They didn't say that I had to do it by like 5 p.m. on Friday. And
is there a reasonable gateway of time though that's like implied?
Nobody implied any time.
What would if somebody made that bet? What would you get? Like, what would you assume? Usually, it's like after you lose the thing, you have to go do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Coleman. Thanks for being on my side, dickhead.
I'm just logically speaking.
Yeah, I just don't. It's just such a hard thing to even process. Like, would I let this happen?
So okay, here's my counter to that. If we let this bygone be bygones, like, hey, he made a bad bet. He's going back on it. What's the consequence? What's the thing that you're going to do?
Your men don't trust you. This is a fantasy football league. You know what I'm saying? I'm co-commissioner in this league. Like, people do things. Like, sometimes, like, people will make a trade, and then the trade comes up, and you can vote to veto that trade if you think it's like, because sometimes people will bail out, and so they give up, you know what I'm saying, a guy for way less than what he's worth, or way more for what he's worth, and shit like that. You don't want to see people get fleeced, and you don't want to see just like people bailing out and then fucking it up. So now you just built this powerhouse team, Because the NFL has like a lot of rules and regulations in place to keep things even, you know? And it's like you're a head coach there. You know? It's like, hey guys, we got to go out and win today. It's like, we got to go out and win, nigga. You ain't even do what you said you was going to do. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I can.
Look, man, you just got to... What's the fucking bar in West Des Moines? The country one. What's that one fucking called?
I don't know, brother.
The
You
one in
didn't
West
see
Glen?
me at that. I don't know.
Shotgun Betty's. Just go to Shotgun Betty's. Find
God,
some
why
fat
did you
chick.
yell at you?
Sorry.
Shotgun Betty. Hands up, motherfucker. Scared the hell out of me. God damn.
I'm prepping you for when you
I
leave.
still don't know where the fuck West Glen is. I hear it mentioned all the time.
Like, you know, Mill Civic and like where the interstate's at?
Mill Civic where?
In West Des Moines.
Mill Civic is a long fucking... Oh, okay, in West Des Moines.
Yeah. By where the interstate is.
So...
Like south.
Near like
south.
Olive Garden?
No, not Olive Garden. There's
Other
Kane's
side of
Chicken
the-
there. Kind of nearby. I mean, that's more down the road. That's kind of past it, but...
Okay. So,
McDonald's and Come and Go, like, on the other side of the interstate.
fuck those McCain's. Oh,
It's overrated.
I like that sound.
The one over there
Hey,
sucks.
whoa.
I haven't had
The
it in a
fuck
while.
did you
but
just say?
the one that over there kind of sucked when it first came out. I lived on that side of town and I got it. It wasn't really that good. I was
Don't
impressed.
fucking disrespect Canes. Don't fucking disrespect Canes. I'll fucking throw shit. Actually, I'm not. I can't even talk shit. I haven't had Canes in so long, dude. Why? Because if I'm gonna get fast food, I refuse to drive like more than like 5 minutes away from my house.
Yeah,
I fucking refuse.
I feel that.
I like my new place too. I don't even think there's a fast food place within 5 minutes. Oh yeah, there will be, because I'm kind of by the airport. But yeah,
What's your go-to, like, burger joint for fast food?
they all kind of suck. So honestly, yeah, I don't know. Burger joint, like burger fast food.
Yeah. I mean, we could do either.
Well, let me start with this.
Okay.
Arby's, no.
Fuck that. Fuck Arby's.
Bebop's way overrated.
Agreed.
Greasy as fuck, dude. I had Bebop's like 2 months ago, right? And I picked some up on my way to work. The fries were trash. And the burger was so fucking greasy and soggy, and I ate only like half of it. And I'm talking like 5 minutes later, dude. I'm fucking had to go take a shit. And it was like stomach bubbling shit. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to eat there again, because I remember this happening the last time I ate Bebop's.
Yeah, Bebop's is trash. I agree.
Yeah. Honestly, there's an A&W by my house now.
A&W's good. That's a little pricey, though.
But-
isn't it? I haven't been there in a minute, to be honest.
Nah, they're pretty quality.
It's all right.
But man, I fucking went there one time. Me and my homeboy went there, and the buns were moldy.
Ooh, can't do that, man. Fuck.
And I was lucky because I took a couple of my fries already. Also, too, yeah, it's like also a Long John Silver's.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And their fucking fries always taste like some fishy ass oil. Well, no, I haven't been there in like
Long John Silver's is all right.
I ain't been to that A&W in like 2 years, but
yeah.
that's kind of why.
I haven't been there in fuck hot minute.
Long John Silver's is just fine if you want fish, but it's like, who the fuck wants fish so often that they were able to build a fast food chain off it?
Right.
There's no way they're making it off them hush puppies.
Yeah.
Also, them hush puppies, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm fat boy, but I'm not disgusting, all right?
What about Wendy's?
I think Wendy's, as long as like they're like actually making the burger, Wendy's is like trying, you know, putting some effort in.
Sure.
I think that fucking pretty top tier when it comes to fast food.
I agree.
It's like the
that Biggie
right
bags.
amount of greasy, especially like, man, you ever got one of them burgers of theirs on a pretzel bun?
I haven't had pretzel bun. I don't know how I feel about pretzel
That I
buns.
gotta go pick up some fruit because This is gonna get me hankering.
McDonald's.
Okay, so I told you. I think I might have even mentioned it on the last episode, but like over the past few months, I've over the past 3, I've gone to like a couple different fast food places because I wanted to actually like try to track which one was my favorite. And a big thing that I come down to is every time I test the patty just by itself and take a piece of it, no seasoning.
You can't fucking do that, man.
Yeah. And that's like, I mean, Culver's, Bebop's, are fucking everywhere. It's like none. McDonald's, you get flavor with just the meat, but don't seem like real meat.
You don't think, guys? I thought they have upgraded their meat recently.
Maybe they did now. I don't know. I haven't had McDonald's in a little minute.
Oh, really?
Either. Yeah. So
that's it's
been
one of my
eating a lot
go-tos.
of fruit.
That's good for you, man. That's awesome.
I know it's good for
I'm
me.
so
That's
bad
why I'm eating it.
I can't eat healthy, bro. Like I fucking need to, but like it's so goddamn hard.
Beta.
So damn hard to.
Beta. I'm at a point of just like fuck it, dude. I'm like I don't even fucking care. Like I do and I don't. Like I don't know. There's people in life I love, and I'm not gonna kill myself. And you know I'm having a good time. But like it's like I feel like my whole life has been a lie. I feel like like the government lies to me, the news lies to me, fucking a car shop will fucking lie to you, your insurance company lies to you. It's like everybody just fucking lies. They can't be honest. Fake shit is always gonna be more popular than shit that's authentic. And like, you know, there's just so many like dumb negative things that I've just like chosen not to really care that much. Once this new gym opens up, I will be in the gym more often. But like I'm not gonna go into the gym with the target of getting fucking as jacked as I used to be. I'm gonna keep drinking beer, and if I feel like getting McDonald's, I'm gonna get some fucking McDonald's sometimes. Whenever, you know. I think other niggas got shit to worry about. Right? I know niggas that don't fucking open their ass cheeks up in the shower because they think it's gay. I'm like, all right. You should worry about that. You got a dirty booty. All the things I mentioned me doing is not compile them all together. The beer drinking.
I ain't gay, you see?
How you wash your ass in the shower?
I spread my cheeks.
You just like, how though? You like bend over?
Yeah, like a little bit. Like, getting in position, but yeah,
I do
gotta give it a little bit.
I do the one pull. I just pull one of them, and I kind of like cut my hand at the top of my cheek, because then the water just hits it and it'll just flow right through.
There you go.
Yeah. You gotta do something.
Yeah, I like
use a washcloth.
No,
I'm all hands.
Handed it. Yeah,
I'm all hands. I see so many people out here like, oh, you gotta exfoliate, and I'm like, you see my hand and how it's got some roughness to it because I don't put lotion on them bitches all the time. That's meant for exfoliation. Your body is literally perfectly equipped unless you have like some deformality. Sorry that you guys couldn't be us, but your body's perfectly built to do those things already. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk about like scrubbing the skin and that you need to do it with a cloth. And it's like, this was made for that. This is made to do that already. Why do I need a cloth?
Yeah, man.
And then people are like, oh, it's dirty. Like, bitch, I shower daily. Fuck you.
Yeah, I shower multiple times a day.
I do. Bro, I really fell off of that, and I need to get back on it. Because I was on like a 98-day streak. 3.5 minute cold shower in the morning, 3.5 minute cold shower at night. Get in, get your shit done, get out.
Jocko Willink over here, man.
The 3.5 minute colds was fucking killing me for a minute, dude. Like, it's like they got easy almost after a week, and I felt like I got used to it. And then maybe I just started like keeping the water colder, but then it got hard again for like fucking 15 days. It felt torturous. But then once we got to winter, and then it got like to negative 30, I woke up that morning. I was like, no, couldn't do it. I fucking capped, and then I just didn't do it. So yeah, I need to fucking get back to that shit for real.
Yeah, I've tried to do that and I can't fucking. This mind is weak.
Well, you got to remember though too, because people look at this shit way wrong, bro. A cold bath, technically a cold plunge, starts at 58 degrees. Anything 58 degrees or less is still considered a cold plunge. Anything that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if your water is fucking 43 degrees, 40 degrees, that's more like an ice bath. You know? But yeah. Damn. So you could, like my cold showers, I bet they hardly ever go under 45 degrees. It's like, you ever jump into a pool? Like, or like you touch it and you're like, oh God, that's cold. And then you jump in there and for a second you're cold, but then you start swimming around. And then it's like you almost got all this energy. Once you finally get out, you're almost like really relaxed. That's basically like doing a cold plunge.
I used to, when I was at camp, they would have like the early morning. You had an option like early morning, go in and jump in the lake. And that was a whole thing that people would do. So like, I understand that.
Was it cold then? Or?
Yeah. I mean, it's early. I mean, it was the summer, but it was up in Wisconsin. It was still early in the morning, you know, like 6, 7. It's that lake is freezing, man.
Damn. It was Wisconsin. Wisconsin cheese.
Yeah.
Fuck the Packers, dude. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champs, back to back, baby. Fuck you.
I met Jeffrey Dahmer once.
Fuck the 49ers.
No, I'm kidding.
Is that where that happened?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
I still never finished the story. Remember I told you I stopped on the episode? There's like an episode.
Yeah.
It's probably like the third or there's somewhere 3 through 5. It's got to be. One of these episodes, I think it's like the second guy he killed. And he's just butt-ass naked. Sitting on him like this, and this is the scene. He's like... and I was just like, yeah, I think that's enough for me. I was like, I forgot about that. Yeah. It's just like, as soon as it popped up, I'm like... Because it went from like people talking to that, I'm like...
Dude, it was in the LGBTQ category on Netflix for a little bit. People got fucking pissed. I guess it was like the number 1 in the fucking category. People were like, what the fuck?
I wonder why, like, who put it in that category, why it got put there, though.
Because Jeffrey Dahmer's gay, so they're like, okay, like, it gets an automatic tag, I'm sure. I'm sure when they put it in, they just, like, put a bunch of hashtags or something to that.
It's probably like an AI thing, too, a lot of times. And, like, yeah, I don't know, I felt like that movie was also, like, so many people got mad when that came to be, but I think they were just finding something to get mad about, because I was like, well, I feel like a lot of people that I know that are in the LGBTQ community, like a part of it, are watching this shit.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them posting about it.
Right.
So,
yeah. That stuff always gets overhyped, too, yeah.
Yeah, that's how fucking, them leftists, dude. Them fucking Dems, dude. He's like, fucking libertarians, dude. They're the next fucking. They're all the next Nazis. That's all they are.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves. When I tell people I'm a libertarian.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry.
I stutter. No.
I would actually love it if you talked like that for real. That'd be fucking great. If you actually talked like that.
I'm not that autistic, at least. At least don't have a stutter or a lisp.
For real, so autistic that we'd have to have like your parent over there in the corner.
We have to take like a break every 10 minutes. I'm just like, okay,
you're overstimulated.
I need to go have a little meltdown.
God damn it, dude. That reminds me, bro. This shit was so funny, dude. I was watching Andrew Schultz's podcast. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
So I'm watching his podcast with Shane Gillis on there a couple of days ago. And they fucking were like, oh, here's Shane weightlifting right here. And they pulled up this fucking video of this powerlifting guy with Down syndrome. And So they're like doing that shit, and then Shane actually got like serious, and he's like, so like I don't get it. He's like, are you making fun of them saying they look like me, or are you making fun of me saying I look like them? And then he's like, yeah, well, I don't think that's appropriate. Like, you're making fun of these guys for just like posting pictures and they have Down syndrome and all that shit. And then they're like, oh, are your feelings hurt? Your life is so hard, dude. They're like, your life is so hard. He's just like, fuck you guys, man. He's like, I knew it was gonna get here. Like, give me this fucking Bud Light. That shit. It was so funny to see him just like fall into, because like other people talk about something serious. You know, like, oh, my house was black as shit. And he's like, how is it black as shit? Did it have other people's stuff in it? And he makes those jokes. And then fucking, they're all just, he tries to be serious for 1 second. And they all just tear him apart. And they're like, oh, poor you, shut the fuck up.
I do remember that clip.
Oh, God,
that shit's
dude.
wild. Yeah, I mean, people have their thing they feel strongly about. That's fine.
I just noticed it. Has this been here every episode?
What, my degree?
Yeah.
Yeah. The official. I gotta remind people.
This guy's got a fucking...
You. I have an associates. I'm above you.
He's got his fucking... The one thing on that fucking wall. I wish y'all could see it. There's nothing on this wall. All this shit on this wall. And then his fucking degree is up there. And the shit's not even straight. It's fucking crooked. Clearly crooked.
Just like my life. Just
Jesus Christ. Put something else on there. There's a nail right there. God damn it.
That's so funny.
How am I just now noticing this shit, bro?
This is why people don't like the podcast, because we just stare at a blank wall. Everybody's just reminded. They're like, this prick ass motherfucker. Like a therapist puts his fucking degree
they're usually sitting in the middle too, so they're just staring at it. And I see why they look at the wall. But this reminds me.
Yeah.
If you didn't see, we did finally break 100 followers on Instagram.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I think, no, maybe not, but I think we might have broke 1,000 likes on TikTok.
Nice.
And we're about halfway to 100 subscribers on YouTube. So, for all you fucking cunts and blacks and douchebags and queers and whoever is out there, go subscribe. And when you subscribe, once we hit 100 subscribers, you know, we're going to get some merch together. I'm going to pay for your piece of merch. And I'm going to send a random subscriber $100. And I'm going to do it again when we hit 250. And I'm going to do it again when we hit 500.
Nice.
When we hit 250 subscribers, I'm going to send somebody $250. Or maybe 2 people $125. Spread the love a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, we also want people with Down syndrome and people who are midgets, like obese. Like, we really want like any kind of person.
I didn't mention enough. I only went with 4.
And do this.
Yeah. Whether you're bald, you know what I'm saying? Asians, we didn't mention them. Latinos.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mexicans. Mexicans specifically.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, Mexicans, they are pretty fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? But the others are welcome too.
They're gonna come late though.
No women. No.
They're all gonna subscribe after
as long
all the
as they're not women. That's it. No women. I don't think we mentioned women, did we?
We did it. I made the joke.
That's so funny.
I made the joke with Molly before we started. I'm like, yeah, all the women who watch the show, you might want to watch out.
I actually get plenty of women who hit me up and say they want on the pod, but
oh, really?
We just have had a plan, and they don't understand that it's like, oh, well, you did another one. It's like, bro, I'm not just pulling these out of my ass here. You know, like we had this guy planned for 3 weeks before he got on. Like, chill out. Let me find some open time.
I
would like to get a woman. I'd like to get just like, because we've had a woman on here, but I'd like to get like a straight woman and hear some about her views. I'd like to get a woman on here sometime that does OnlyFans, so we can talk about things like that. Yeah, and it's got to be somebody with intelligence, though. We can't just pick some bitch that we know is dumb. If we bring her here and think she's smart and she turns out to be dumb, that's fine. But if for all you dudes that do those podcasts where all you do is find the dumbest chicks you can, you're wrong, dude. You're bad. Bad man. Bad man. I work around a bunch of smart women, dude. I work around a bunch of smart, super hard-working women that are fucking... like my boss is a woman and one of the most inspirational people I've ever met in my life, dude. Like, she's so motivating to me. There's been times I've come to her and I'm like, I'm nervous right now. Like, what if I fuck this up? Like, this is super important to what we're doing here. And like, hand on the shoulder, and she's like, Lauren, I know you got this. Like, she instills confidence. She gets it. But some of these bitches out here dumb as fuck, man. Niggas out here dumb as fuck too.
Yeah. That's how it works, unfortunately.
I think I know more stupid people. I think I know more people that I think are dumb than what I think is smart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's probably okay. I think if there are too many smart people, we get fucked. Lolo, last question before we wrap this son of a bitch up. God. I want to go back to a previous point. Do you feel like you have to overtip to overcome your perceived stereotype? Do you find yourself tipping $95 because you're like...
No, I'm a typical $20 tipper.
Okay.
That's very typical for me. People do 20%. I don't do 20%. I do $20. Not on a card. If it's on a card, it's like, I don't really tip on my card. I don't like that. Because taxes and shit.
Yeah, I try to do
but
cash.
Like, I mean, me and my uncle got pizza one time. We stopped at a place and we got some pizza and it cost us like, we each had like a beer or two and then the one pizza, and it was like $25 bill, and we tipped $20 because it's just like $20 felt like a good right tip. And I only do it because it's like, you know, I know these people are probably making a lower wage than me, and they like are counting on tips to make things happen. But I think that I just hate, this is what I hear most when I was like, if you want to, you know, always make sure you have that extra money for your employees, add the 20% gratuity to each check. Add it. And then people are like, oh, well, I don't want that. And I'm like, why? Like, do you want to pay $25 for a burger? I'm like, bitch, have you seen the price of a burger at a restaurant? If I pay $13 for a burger and I pay $4 for one beer, and that's all I have, okay? And that's pretty average range of price right there. And I leave a $20 tip, I just paid more than $25 for that fucking burger at this point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I would have been okay with just getting that burger and that one beer, or maybe two, and spending $25 to be like, oh, at least I know they got extra for that, you know? Like, it just fucking, it makes no sense to me. I think it's just a fucking cop-out.
Yeah, well, black people also lie. So keep that in mind, everybody.
Bro, sometimes some motherfuckers be the worst to serve at restaurants. This chick comes up to me while I'm bartending, and she's like, can I have this drink? I promise it's not for me. I was like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 19. I was like, well, I can make whatever you tell me to make, but I'm not serving it to you. I gotta bring it to your mom. Like, it has to come out of my hand into her hands. And this lady gonna look at me and she's like, well, I don't understand. Why couldn't she just bring it to me? I'm like, because you can't serve minors alcohol. Well, you're not serving her, you serving me. It's like, man, come on, bro. We both know that you play in a game here, and we both know that you know what the thing is. Like, don't try to get me into that fucking bullshit. I feel like maybe it's just because I'm not dark skinned, but I feel like black motherfuckers do that to me more than anybody. And white motherfuckers.
Because they think you're Mexican.
Probably. Honestly, most of the people who really do me right, and like, they Latino. Most of the people who really like I fall to, and I'm like, I feel like I can trust this motherfucker, like they got my back and they hold it down for me, they be Latino. Not Chicanos though. Like people that was like born, raised in Mexico, they come up here and they be cool with me and shit, but some days they don't. Like the dudes that work at fucking place over there. Smash Park.
The place.
Yeah. They'd hate me some days, bro. They'd just be like, whatever, dude. We don't fucking like you. We don't fucking like you. I'm like, what did the blacks do to you? Some black motherfuckers kill your people down there last night and you found out and now you hate me today? I wasn't a part of it.
13% commit 8% of
I hate all the races, honestly. I think all the races suck in their own special way. Even if you break it down to sub-races, like mixed.
Yeah.
If you had like my people in there, we all suck. Well, we're probably the best, but we all suck. Nobody understands it like people who are black and white. We just get it. Smartest ever. Best to ever do it. Super Bowl champs back to back. I had too much beer. Listen.
Super Bowls back to back.
You guys know what the deal is. We're done?
Yeah.
We out of here?
Yeah,
all right, don't tip your waiter. Fuck the military.
Yeah.
Free Israel. I don't know. Women are great. Just shooting out opposites from what we said in the...
And we want every kind of disability to give this channel a like. And comment your disability below. That way we can do like
I'd be fucking honestly lit if we just like blew up with a bunch of subscribers and they all had like disabilities or were like autistic or fucking had Down syndrome or some shit. I'd be like, dude, this is lit. We probably have the coolest fucking audience. Imagine the comment switch up. Instead of like fucking, oh, you guys fucking suck, Trump 2024. It'd be more like, hey, can we all just be nice to each other and have fun? And that's what I feel like the change up would be. And it would be like, all right, we're on a...
Here's the problem, though. If somebody misspells, we won't know if it's Down syndrome or dyslexia. We won't be able to tell.
Dyslexia is nothing. Those motherfuckers don't count. They don't count, bro. Unless you were so dyslexic, you was in special ed classes. It don't count. Get the fuck out of here. I got diagnosed with fucking it's not like a mental disability like that, but borderline personality disorder way back. I don't talk about that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, oh yeah, it's because of this. Fuck them. Dyslexia.
Could be.
Learn, dude. How you mix up an X and a Y, bro? It's one line difference.
All right, everybody. Let's get the fuck out of here. What? Something else?
Fuck them. Cut this.